audio's not working right. And I was like, that's okay. It's not my video. I was I was
Yeah.
invited, and
Yeah.
the YouTube works perfect. So
Okay.
but
Yeah.
that's what you'll be doing as a artist, right? As a author. That's
Okay.
what we'll be doing with you. As a matter of fact, I might even have Amanda, who was one of my students, interview
Mm.
you. It gave me an idea. I
Mm-hmm.
was doing Passion to Profits TV, but it also gave me the idea, why don't I just do an author spotlight, and every single week just
Mm-hmm.
highlight an author from our community,
Right.
right?
Right.
Whether it's
Right.
and it don't have to be a finished author. It could be you, because there's
Okay.
people that will benefit from knowing where you were when you started, and the
Mm.
backstory, right? The backstory was
Okay.
confidence. The
Yeah.
backstory was, I didn't believe in myself. I don't know if I could really do it. The
Yeah.
backstory was that part.
Yeah.
Then it
Yeah.
was, hey, let's create this book, right?
Right.
And
Right.
then doing your book, what happened? You started feeling more confident. You started moving down the field with, you started making all kind of progress, to the point
Okay.
that your family was excited about the progress that you're making.
Right.
And
Right.
how do
Right.
you feel about it? Tell me, how do you feel about it? About the progress
Oh.
you've made since we started?
Oh. Since we started, yeah, I is it has brought me out of a different light, and put me in a different path mentally.
Hmm.
So it it I something that was only, as you mentioned before, as a dream, or that I thought was unattainable, due to the fact of what I considered my lack of knowledge in a lot of areas, as well um, as disassociating myself in regards to not having the education, and
Hmm.
um, the availability in regards to my time, my time in responsibility to trying to maintain a certain level of with my family, and
Hmm.
making means to provide for my family.
Right.
So therefore, being you have brought me into a whole totally different and new area. So it's like and that was one of the things I saw with the combat. Um,
Comeback champion. Hmm.
yeah, combat gym. I was able to watch it only through when you sent it, because when I tried I couldn't get on, and but for like a couple of days, I was able to watch some of those things, and some of the people were inspirational,
Yeah.
but I rarely saw anyone who wasn't educated, who was hot,
Hmm.
educated, or had been doing something for a while. They had experiences that a person of myself, who's just a normal average person, everyday person, who's collar trying to work,
Yeah.
had not attained that type of you know those type of circumstances, or the availability into higher education, and not that it wasn't accessible. It's just that my focus was just trying to live, to make it,
Hmm.
for my family and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was just a dream that it was far-fetched for me.
Yeah.
So
You
this
see it.
really
So
has
you
been a
see it
blessing.
clearly now, right? You see it.
Yeah,
Tell me about that. You see
see
it.
it. Yeah, I see it more clearly. Yes,
Yeah.
I do. But you have actually have been a tremendous help. I feel like it's just not me writing it. It's, you are helping me to write it. It's like it should be Gladys Cherry and Dwayne Boss and Gladys Cherry, or glad
No,
Dwayne brought whatever. So
all I'm doing is helping with the nuances right now. That's your story, and it's a beautiful story. I was explaining it to some friends who was like,
yeah,
"What are you working on right now?" And I was like, "Well, I have this one really cool children's. It's like a teen book that's going to be
yeah.
coming out with one of my students, Miss Gladys." And I was sharing with them the storyline and
Okay.
the you know the way you have aligned this story
Mhm.
with your belief in,
Yeah,
spirituality
yeah,
and God, and it was such a good conversation because what it led to was, yeah, there's another way to talk about spirituality and God
right.
being present without Bible thumping
Yeah,
people, right? You could
exactly.
talk about Nina, this
Yeah,
character. You could talk
yeah,
about her dad this
yeah,
way. You could talk about grandma in all these
yeah,
different ways that
yeah,
reflect the beauty
yeah.
of believing in something bigger than yourself, having a
Yes.
higher power, the
Yeah,
universe, God, however people
yeah,
want to frame that. But at the same
right,
time, you've put it in a place to where young people will be able to see themselves in Nina,
right,
and on this
right,
journey realize that they're never by themselves,
right. Yeah,
right?
exactly.
They're
Yeah,
never
yeah,
by themselves. And
yeah,
and 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 even though in Nina's situation is a tragedy of losing
right.
her father,
Yeah,
she still recognizes that there was always a presence,
yeah,
right? And
yeah.
so I love the way that's not my story. That's your story. That's what you were writing. And
Yeah,
see what you're feeling though, and a lot of
yeah.
people who are writers,
Hmm.
speakers, authors, who are out there in the circuit, etc., even coaches, they run into what they call imposter syndrome because they
Okay.
say to
Yeah.
themselves, "Who am I?"
My.
Right? What makes me so
Exactly.
special that I can
Yeah,
actually do this work? But see,
yeah,
it always reminds me of a movie. I don't, I use movies a lot for allegories and
yeah.
to talk stories because movies are visual, right? But there's a
Yes,
movie that
yes.
came out years ago with Jim Carrey, and he
Yeah,
played God. It was called
right.
Bruce Almighty.
Yeah,
And the beginning of this particular story is he's a reporter
yeah,
who's reporting on the little stories in the neighborhood, right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
he wants to be headline news, NBC,
Right.
he wants the big time. He wants that.
Yeah,
And he's
yeah,
like, how
yeah,
come I can't be that guy? Right. So he
yeah,
does this whole thing about being mad at God. And God's like, okay, cool. I'll tell
yeah.
you what. As a matter of fact, you could be God
Right,
for right now.
right,
You could take on all of this that I do
right,
every. You think it's so easy? Here, take it. You know.
right.
And then in it, he had to deal with himself, right? And he had to
Yeah,
come to a place where he realized that although his dream and his idea was this big thing, the
yeah,
major impact that he was making
yeah.
was for the like
Right.
what you said earlier, the everyday, the common, the worker, the blue
Yeah,
collar worker just trying to
yeah.
take care of their family.
Yes, exactly,
And
exactly.
so he realized in the midst of all of this greatness, is like
Yeah,
my greatness is telling those stories of the
yeah,
neighborhood, telling
yeah.
that person who doesn't get to be on the 10
Right.
o'clock news, but
Yeah,
here's an
yeah.
opportunity, right? So here
Right,
you are, an
exactly.
author that most people will be like, Gladys Cherry writing a book, you a bus driver and da 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 da.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
no, but now I am, right? Now I can say
yeah,
I've done it, and you will be successful because
yeah.
there's people around you in the community who are
Mhm.
championing your idea. And the whole
Okay.
idea of a comeback champions, I say when I was part of this thing, it wasn't my thing. I'm just a part of it, right? But
Yeah,
as I was doing it over the 5 days, I realized
yeah.
how much it reflects against the work that I do anyway. Because you
Okay,
yourself are a comeback champion. You're
okay.
coming back from adversity. You're coming
Yeah,
back from divorce or loss of relationships. You're coming back from taking care of your children and building
yeah.
them from a place that you didn't have all the things that you thought you needed to have in order to be
Right,
successful. But here
right.
you are. You're
Yeah.
actually taking care of your mom. So all of these pieces are what a champion gets to do. But a lot of
Okay.
times what happens, Miss Gladys, is we discount it, right? We see it
Yes.
as,
Yes.
well, who am
Ah,
I? I'm just
normal,
normal,
average.
average.
Yeah.
I'm just an average guy with an
Yeah.
average life. I work from 9 to 5. Oh yeah, I pay the price, right? All I do is want to be left alone in my
Yeah.
average home.
Yeah.
but that's shout out to what was that dude's name?
Will
I
Smith.
no, it wasn't Will Smith.
It wasn't.
It was gosh, I can't think of his name right now. But anyway, if anybody want
Yeah.
to copyright thing for me, just send me the message and I'll do not to cease or whatever you call it, cease and desist. But what was his name? It was or something Jones or something Jones. But he happened to be Michael Jackson's cousin, right?
Oh. Oh. Okay.
And it was I
Okay.
always feel like somebody's watching me.
Oh, that
Can't
one.
get no
Okay.
private.
Okay.
Orange
Okay.
Juice
Okay.
Jones,
That's
that's his name. Orange
oh,
Juice
okay.
Jones. Now, whose name is that, right?
Okay. Right.
But that
Right.
was his song. And sometimes we feel
Oh,
that
okay.
way. But Marissa Peer, one of the top coaches of the world,
Mm-hmm.
she actually coaches people through breakthrough in like
Okay.
0 to 0. I mean, within a
Mm-hmm.
short, really period of time, she
Mm-hmm.
helps you realize how powerful you are, right?
Wow. Okay.
And for
Okay.
me, I want you to realize as an author, you're a writer right now, but you will be an author as soon as we publish this book.
Okay. Yeah.
You're just as powerful because you don't know what little young lady will read that story and see Nina
Right.
and change how she lives, right?
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
know if some mom who might be
Right.
discounting her daughter sees the
Yeah.
relationship that you showed between Nina and her mother, and
Mm-hmm.
she
Mm-hmm.
decides to love her daughter differently.
Okay.
You don't
Right.
know what dad will stand in
Mm-hmm.
front of a bullet
Mm-hmm.
for somebody else and lose his life,
Mm-hmm.
but leave a legacy of greatness for his family
Right. Right.
based on the
Right.
story that you have
Right.
crafted. So I
Yeah.
just want to say to you, realize that you're just as important and your story is just as important of
Mm-hmm.
every single book that was ever written that's out there on that shelf,
Mm.
because we don't know who's going to open it
Right.
and their life changes, right?
Right. Right.
We don't
Right.
know who's going to open it
Yeah.
and decide, hey, I wonder if that Gladys Cherry would be interested in us making this into a movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
That,
have
well,
no idea.
I have no idea. And I said, "Oh yeah, you have to speak to my boss, the
My
head
literary,
boss."
my literary agent might have to give you a call. All right, so let's
Speak
get
to
to work. Let's see
my
what you got. I'm gonna
okay.
end this video. I just wanted to kind of get some footage and let people know, you have greatness on the inside of you, just as Miss Gladys was just sharing.
Yeah.
Being an author is an experience that is just phenomenal when you get your book in the
Yes.
mail for the first time. Like right
Oh
now,
wow.
she's in the middle of just writing it. She hasn't even begun to see the
Yeah.
magic that happens when she gets to actually
I know.
physically open her
Yeah.
book, smell the pages, and know
Ah.
that
Oh
this
my gosh.
thing, this thing is something that came from here and here, that was
Yeah.
inspired by God in the universe, to
Yes.
now, boom, use you as a conduit to bring it to bear on the earth. And see, that's the thing
Yeah.
that I talk about, right? Discovering
Yeah.
your tag, your talent, your ability, your gift,
Mm-hmm.
putting it to work in the earth. Miss Gladys is a woman who decided, I want to tell my story. I need
Yeah.
help. She
Yeah.
reached out to me,
Yeah.
right, Miss Gladys? You reached out to me. You even
Yes.
took the class and you were like, I still need some help. And
Yeah.
then it was like, okay, no problem. And now you're almost at the time to actually, produce this and publish it. So some of you will be like Miss Gladys. Some of you will take the class and boom, you're done, right? Others will be like Miss Gladys, where you're gonna take it and you need
Mm-hmm.
some help, and I'm here to help you. And then remember, we do have the do it for you model, but that's
Mm-hmm.
that's one that I'm kind of sunsetting on that one. I don't know if I want to do everybody's book, but I definitely say to you that you have a story to tell. There are people waiting for you. The universe and
Yeah.
God has conspired
Yeah.
on your behalf.
Mm.
And like Miss Gladys, all you got to do is take the actions, and the actions will bring the result. Miss
Yeah.
Gladys didn't believe this was something she should do.
Yeah.
She knew she wanted to do it, but
Yeah.
she didn't believe in herself. But now she
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
And I want you guys to be inspired by her. You know, I'm posting this in our Facebook group for
Okay.
inspiration.
Yeah.
I'm posting this in my page to let people know you are the main ingredient to your success.
Yes.
I heard that from Dr. Mike Freeman once,
Mm.
and he said that, and it always stuck with me. Just as I know that if you want life to change your life.
Mm.
Believe in yourself. And if you can't believe in it, like I asked Miss Gladys when she first started this project, I said, all right, Miss Gladys, you don't believe it, but borrow my belief.
Yes.
I believe in you.
Yes.
And I remember that. See that smile that she got right there? Y'all see that
Yeah.
smile that she got right
Yes.
there? She didn't really have that smile. That smile was kind of hiding a little bit, but that smile been rolling on through. Rolling on through. Miss Gladys been smiling a lot. And I'd be like, are you all right, Miss Gladys? And she's like, yeah, I'm okay, Mr. Rowe. I said, all right, now let's get it together, girl. Let's get it together. Let's get this thing done. So we moving on down the road. Her family's happy. We're happy. And I'm happy. And I want you to be happy. And I want you to move forward with your dream.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you to be sitting on it. All right. This is Dwayne Ross from DwayneRoss.com. Write Your Story course, letting you know if Miss Gladys is going to get this done. She going to tell y'all. Y'all better tell them what they should do, Miss Gladys.
They need to contact you because you are the pusher.
They
Love
need to
it.
get this thing done, right? They need to move on
Yes.
through. Let it happen, y'all. It's just amazing. So, all right,
Yeah.
we'll talk to you soon. All right.
All right. Bye.